fun run today. Walking through the show field, came across a really nice 1970 Plymouth Roadrunner, and it belongs to Tip Top here. And it's really got a great backstory. Tell us about the story about your car and how you come into possession of it, and partial possession of it. Tell us your story.
All right, I fully possess it. My dad bought this car. He ordered it in 1969 because the body style was about to change, and my grandfather advised him that he should go ahead and get the 70. So my dad placed the order, bought the car brand new, and he mindfully saved it and drove it, but kept it in perfect mint condition and left it to me when he passed away in 2017 of early Alzheimer's and Crohn's disease.
Sorry to hear about your loss.
Thank you.
You know, I couldn't think of something better to have and hold on to some memories about your father and your life growing up.
Yeah.
I brag all the time about how long I've had my car, but your car been in the family since it was new.
Since it was new.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
That's a very rare thing in this world today for somebody to hold on to a car that long.
I agree.
And pass it down.
I appreciate it for that reason, because I came home from the hospital in this car. They brought me home from the hospital as a preemie.
Yep.
And my parents' honeymoon picture is a shot of them out the back window of that car with the guy who just showed up out of nowhere, who was the best man who was driving the car that night in 1971 or 2 when they got married.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now there's another part of this story too. There was a second Roadrunner in the family?
There was a second Roadrunner that my mom had. She also had a 70. And she used to run it here. She used to drag race, and she was always angry that they would say to her, "You have to run with the other women only, and you have to run against station wagons." And she felt that there was a lack of diversity, and she wanted to run in equity. So she wanted to run with the men, and she wanted to run other muscle cars.
How the world has changed now in the racing world today. A lot of the women dominate in NHRA.
That's right. Yep. She taught me about Shirley Muldowney and took me to Thunder Valley to learn about Shirley and Big Daddy Don Garlitz.
Now, did you know Shirley lives in the area?
No.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I'll ask Jesus to help me meet Shirley on this side. Shirley was one of my only heroes. I didn't have heroes. I didn't need them. I had mom and daddy.
I know where Shirley lives.
Oh, well, holler at your girl, because I need to see Shirley.
So, tell us a little bit more about the car. Has there been any changes done to the car? The paint looks really nice now. Has it been repainted?
It has been repainted. Unfortunately, in 1995, when I was carrying my first son, my parents came to see us in Winston, and my husband and I told him goodbye, and then a buck ran out from on Peace Haven Road. So it has some work done, and then we couldn't find another grill. My dad's heart was kind of still broken always about that, but so it's had that work done, a little bit of modification on the motor, but most of what you see is how it came out.
So still the original engine, transmission, everything that the car was born with is still there.
Yep. It did have some upholstery work because we drove. This was our car.
Sure.
It wore out, and so my dad was meticulous about how it should look. So it was reupholstered by a woman in Statesville, and I don't remember who that was, but her work stood up. I mean, it's probably been 30-something.
I have looked the car, and the interior does looks money spot on.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, she did a good job.
She did a very good job.
Right. Yeah. Anything else you want to tell us about the car? Family history, things that went on? Did Daddy used to drag race it? Was he a street racer?
He did a little bit. Mom and Dad met because my mom pulled up at a light, and she told him this, and he did this, and she said, "No, I'm serious, let's go." And he said, "Nah," like blew her off, and when the light changed, she caught him, and she beat him, and then he knew he had to meet her, but they didn't meet until a couple weeks later at homecoming in Greensboro, and he asked her then if they could go out, and she still refused to talk to him, but then they got married. And
just from that story, I can tell you, your daddy was a smart man.
He was a very smart man.
He was a smart man.
Yeah,
he did not let that woman go.
No, he was easygoing, but he was very determined, and he had a strong mindset.
Well, Tip Top, I appreciate you spending some time with me and telling me the story about your car.
Thank you.
You know, the car world is more about just owning a car. A lot of times it's got family history intertwined with it. I do restorations, and I tell you, a lot of the work I do is some of the cars I do are nowhere near worth what they're done because they're nothing special. To that person that does it, it means the world to them.
That's right.
And this car, I can tell, means the world to you. and I can see it's never leaving.
Nope, it's not. My son drove it here today so I could drive my 2021 Scat Pack.
2021 Scat Pack, here we go. Another racer in the family.
Yeah, stand by. I could track it today.
All right, thanks again for letting me interview you and tell me all about the
Yeah, thanks for asking and talking. I appreciate it. Mama, this is Dave. Hello, Dave.
Hello.
Look how she's sitting here so perfect, Mama.
So we just interviewed Tip Top, and this is Tip Top's mama,
Fifi.
Fifi.
Yeah, we call her Fifi. That's her name.
This is one of the pioneers in female drag racing right here. We're looking at living history.
True story. Right here at Farmington.
And look, she's going to be all humble about it too.
Listen, she's a whole gift.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we heard the great story about the car and how it stayed in the family and how you were so nice and gave up yours way back when. And she's still. Yep.
Yep.
I can understand. I get it.
There's a station wagon over there like yours, Mom, the one you love so little, with the wood grain on it. There's one over there.
You don't want to go by and kick the tire or something like that? Just.
And there you go with the facts and the truth.
There we go. Well, you know, that's what we need more of today. We need facts and truth.
Yeah, we got that.
Yep.
We got that. Yep.
It was nice meeting you.
Oh.
Thank you for raising such a wonderful daughter.
Oh, thank you.
It was not easy.
They never are, but you're right. It was worth it. I'm in this. I know I've got one that started out crazy, and she's kind of.
Dave, that was easy.
Uh-oh. This
Coco.
child was never a real problem. I never worried about her doing drugs and alcohol and that kind of thing. But she was a challenge. She would challenge me when I was a little girl, and I would get madder than mad at her. But I said, okay, we're gonna work this out because I'm not gonna. She's not gonna.
She worked it out with a hickory.
She's not gonna make me become that. But she was sweet, and her good times she was the best. Her worst times she could be a lie still coming through. But she was always tipping.
Anyway, I'll talk to you later.
I loved her because she could be all people. Both those people love you. She could be both those people, and you still wanted her to be present.
Yeah. Well, I think she turned out great.
Thank you.
So.
That's so sweet of you.
She could have been a lot of other things, and she turned out wonderful.
And she came into the Mopar world, so that is a benefit to all of us.
Yes.
She didn't have a choice with that.
Are you saying it was in her blood?
Like a fuel line.
Definitely in her blood. Mopar background and Earth, Wind, and Fire is her jam.
There you go.
That's right.
That's
and
a good
I was
combination.
To the Doobie Brothers taking it to the street when I came in. You don't know me, but I'm your brother. I was born here in this living hell. You don't know my kind in your world. Very soon, time will tell. Isn't that a good line? Because it talks about how you don't know me, but
and
we're really
written
the
so
same.
long ago.
Written
but
so long
fitting
ago.
for
Been in
today.
the middle of the civil rights, really tough. I mean, it was a tough time then too, and it was written by a very integrated group.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Well, again, thanks for telling me your story, introducing me to your mom, and
You're welcome.
and thank you for talking with us.